Hey,
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're at. Welcome to Modern Marriage. Today we're gonna another video reaction video from Kendra Show. As you can know, you can always check the Kendra G. She's a YouTuber and she do live stream on singles, and she put her profile there. And then if you're interested, the link is on the video. You can always check it and then watch her live. And she got a someone that's called her on her show, and she's 38, and then she's single, and she's a virgin. And then we're gonna go digest into it.
hey.
Look at you,
I'm so
ready?
happy to be here.
You look so good.
Thank you. You
Makeup.
First of all, just shout out to see our woman, the Christian and appealing and realistic woman. Right there, already see that she's the A part is overdoing. She has too much makeup, and as you can see, she's look very old. That's why she's wearing a lot of makeup. The older they get, the heavier they go on no makeup. That's something I noticed. So the appealing part is kind of dangerous, because now when you go home to her or after a shower, so you probably don't think that's a woman you're with. And probably the thing is, the worst case is the older you get, the more the peeling gonna fade, and the next thing you know, instead of being a beautiful woman towards your years on relationship, you end up with somebody that's on the makeup, as somebody that's will appreciate her true beauty or true nature. And all realistic, she trying to attract the young guy better than the old guy, because old guy doesn't care really about that if you're wearing if you are old, because according to age, older guy realize that some things come with to it. And then in realistic, she trying to attract younger or older the guy by be trying to portray herself as a younger woman. Let's see what he say.
Okay.
too, as always.
Makeup is done. We got those earrings.
Yes.
Okay. You came ready. All right, let's get into it. Autumn, where you calling us from?
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's so funny. I have another wedding I'm going to. I'll be in Grand Rapids, Michigan this weekend.
Really?
I will be. My cousin's
You
getting
got
married.
somebody doing your makeup?
I actually need a makeup artist. Are you a makeup artist?
Yep, I got you.
Okay, yeah, I do need a makeup artist, actually. I need one for Friday and Saturday for the wedding.
I got you.
Okay, I like, look at this. Came to find a man, instead you got a new makeup client. All right, so
Okay.
let's take care of first business. So Autumn, Grand Rapids, Michigan. How old are you?
I am 20. Did I say 20? Girl, 37. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, girl.
You see, now she's, like I said, she's older, but she's trying to portray herself as a young age. Usually women in that age, 30s on 37, 35, 38, they portray herself as the best looking when she was in the younger year. Some people might be 18, some people might be 25, some people might be 28. Like she said, she's trying to portray herself at 27, 20 years old. That's why she put so heavy makeup so she can look like it. But the thing is, you're not even close to 27. You're 38. That's 10 years different. Let's see what else.
Girl, you be lying about your age, girl.
No, I'm nervous on here, girl. Nervous.
Don't be nervous. 37, and are you a makeup artist? Is that your job?
No, that's something on the side. I'm a customer service representative for a health insurance company.
Customer service representative for a health insurance company.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any kids?
No.
No kids. When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
August 29th, Virgo.
She's a Virgo. All right, let's
Again, like I said in my previous video, whoever present themselves as a zodiac, that's the devil's name, that's on the evil character. And then if you worship zodiac sign and you believe in it, you introduce yourself or expose yourself to this the demonic activity that's you assigned to. And then the affiliation can be your character. For example, some people are loud, some people are cheating, some people are inappropriate, some people are misbehavior, some people are intolerant. Those are the behavior of the zodiac or the evil sign character that's attributed to your sign if you believe in it. But the Christian people don't believe in that. Actually, right now she's not Christian because she believes in the zodiac, and second of all, appealing, she wearing too much makeup and are realistic. And I don't think she's thinking she's 27 and she already 38. right out the bat, those 3 goes already out the window. What is what she said?
Let's get into it. This is Autumn, Grand Rapids, Michigan, 37, customer service for healthcare insurance. No kids, is a Virgo. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
He has got to be a man of God. That's first and foremost.
Okay, here's the thing. Women after 37 always want a man of God. They'll think that the reason why they want a man of God, because if they want someone to marry them, that person, if it's not Christian, that person can get another woman, cheat on them, and then leave them, whatever the circumstances. But if a man of God, they say he has structure, he believes in God, he doesn't believe in divorce, so she can do whatever she want and then treat him like nothing, disrespect him because he knows the fear of God, and he's gonna stay on the relationship until he die. And most of the people, they suffer depression, they suffer high blood pressure, and they die early or they die young, and then she could be about there and find another man. And that's the thing about older women want a Christian guy, because they want to secure the bag, and then on top of that, they know that person won't believe in divorce. But she, on the other hand, later on, most likely she's the one gonna make his life a nightmare, and then she probably down the road asking for a divorce.
Foremost.
Okay.
That's number one. Looking for a man who's independent. He knows what he wants. He has goals, ambitions, great sense of humor, and has a job, his own place. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, as you can tell, at this age 38, if you, that depends on the age you're looking for. If you're 27, you're looking for somebody who's 40. Most of the men, and they have a place to stay. If they want to divorce or child support, that's gonna be hardly for them to achieve that. But women trying to be like, oh, is they entitled to have that? You don't know the past history of the guy. The guy been through the relationship, probably has a breakup or through a economic disaster or something like that. But you saying you want to be a guy with have a such and such, and when you come in a relationship, you're not coming to contribute. Most of the women, you come to take. So basically, when the divorce settle, you are the one getting end up with the car. You're the one getting his money. Even here, you retire fund, you're taking in half at least. If you spend 20 years, I'm saving it, and you get half of it just by sign divorce paper. And guys, stay away from those women like that, because they are no good. They're just gonna stress you out and spend your money, and then disrespect you, and then after a while, she gonna leave you.
Okay, what's some deal breakers for you?
Grammar. I'm sorry, but I don't like people that really can't put together sentences well. I mean, it's a bad pet peeve of mine.
And that point, she's very disrespectful, because what happens is everyone can be able to talk unless you are a trouble issue speaking, or that's the only problem. But everyone can speak. Some people speak in slang, some people are cursing, but everyone to express their feeling unless they are mentally has struggled to do that. But I think 80% at least people are entitled to speak. Whatever she says, me like she track people that doesn't go to school, or people that drop out of school, or people that's not really go to the intellectual value. That's what she track it to, and she's trying to deny herself. She put like somebody who put sentences together. That's a very that's like you're like a 5 years old or a 7 years old kid. That's what you're dealing with. That makes no sense. And right off the bat, again, she's not realistic.
Send me a text and there's no punctuation in it. That's just like one of my big pet peeves.
Well, we're not in school. It's not about he's writing an essay or he's gonna be grading. Is a text? Is come on. The guy can just text wherever you feel like, whatever you also can feel. Text whatever you like. Usually, when a woman goes, "Hey, how you doing?" and then she be like, "I'm okay. Everything's okay. Yeah." So, and then no punctuation marks. If the guy focus about that, he will never get to know you. But if a guy do the same reply to you, you feel like he has to put exclamation point and so on. That. Come on, this is not middle school or high school, yeah, or elementary school. He is a grown man. He's entitled to do whatever he want, and then also you too as well. And that point, I think she's looking for a child, not a man. Remember, speech and then text messages. Come on, doesn't make no sense.
So we got
Also,
that grammar when he texts you, okay?
well, just don't send like a whole 2 paragraphs and I don't see any punctuation. I mean, I that's hard for me.
I
This is
got you.
hard for me to get past.
Okay.
Let's see. Communication. Somebody who does not know how to communicate. Communication is
Again, somebody who's 5 7 years old cannot communicate well because she's lack of that person's lack of speech, their mental development, they don't have enough word, or they just learn the process. This is childish game. And on top of that, she's saying that, oh, it's someone that's gonna communication. Guys don't like to open up about their feeling. If they open their feeling, you see them as a girlfriend, you treat them nice. That's why most of the time when you ask a guy what they're doing nothing, because they're stuck in their feeling. If they want something, they go to their boys and they all go to therapy. But as the wife or the girlfriend, they're not gonna be entitled to open that. They don't want that. That's a turn of feeling for you, and they pay attention that they're not gonna do that.
very important to me. So if you can't communicate and you can't, one bigger thing, I'm probably jumping the gun, but somebody who's able to accept that I am 38, about 37, about to be 38, and I'm still a virgin.
Well, here's the thing. 37 already there. This is almost as almost time to retire, almost close to hitting the wall or menopause. She's in danger zone for childbearer, and then now on top of that, she's a virgin. A virgin, and when you're a man as a virgin, she see a lot of women as see as a prize. She's an experience, and then she can suffer that. Even the woman in those days, they don't see that as a good thing, as a turn on, because she will use that man and abuse them. He think like she would think like he doesn't have experience, stuff like that. But a woman 38 and virgin, the man doesn't like it, because what happened is that's mean that actually you're not sexually active. Second of all, if you're sexually active, that's mean you're probably lying. In several cases, women say they are a virgin, and most of the time they're not, trying to trick a guy for them to stay for marriage. And then when they're not come after the wedding to dissolve that marriage, the guy find out that she's not a virgin. And then when he trying to divorce, and then if he's a man of God, and then she gonna blame that, oh, he is the one breaking up the family, I was a good woman to him, and next thing you know, he cannot function the church, he got to move out of town, and next thing you know, she deprived him of all his humanitarian right, which is that the relationship was started to lie, and then now he is the one end up paying all the price for no reason. Stop away from those women.
You never had sex before?
Never. I'm waiting on marriage. I'm committed to that.
Okay. How has that been? Has that been a challenge for you?
Very much so. Yeah, that's why I was like, he has to be okay with that, because some men are like, nope, I can't get a little. No,
So
I'm
let me
sorry.
ask you this. I meet men that come on the show that also want to wait till marriage. Are you dating men in the church?
No, I'm not currently.
That's a good point, Kendra Jimmy, because most of those women, they don't see people in church as fit their criteria, because they think that since they are Christian, this is what women say as a word. So they say that they're gonna go out there, take a man that's not in the church, that's not from the church, to bring in the church, and then convert that man, and then say that she's the one that's bring him to conversion. It doesn't work like that. But the person in the church, she's feeling entitled that that person is not fit, or that person is too sensitive, because what happened is the person in church raised, that man in church raised in the church, pay attention, and then watch, and then learn whatever she's doing, and then learn from their behavior. And then when she come across those men gonna confront her, and then she won't have nothing to hold on, because they know women in church, they are more judgmental, and they're trying to talk to them. She gonna use the Bible as a person to cover the track. And gotta check out my video about the C on the marriage part, the fourth part where I talk about the prayer and the fasting and the Bible reader. You gotta check it out, and let's see what she say.
Why
I don't
not?
mind dating them in the church, but most of them are either taken or they're like men, but definitely taken. Most of them in the church already. They're already.
Like I said, she's fit right in and the church goers. That's mean that she's not a Christian. That's why I said in my previous video on the church goers, she's the one that's going to church and then doesn't have a Bible foundation and use the Christianity to cover a track, and next thing you know, attract the men that's already in a relationship, and then most of them has an affair silently, or most of them doesn't want to deal with no interaction sexually. That's what I said in the previous video. Women church goers, they are the most scary one, because they believe God gonna send them in somebody, which everyone's supposed to believe. But the thing is, the way they use manipulate the Bible and the Christianity is a way they want to fantasize it as God is someone that doesn't listen to her prayer. But the truth of the matter is, her character doesn't fail to go to the relationship. Her character doesn't go out there for other people to appreciate her, to make her feel like she's deserved.
Pretty taken, at least the ones that I've been to.
You probably have to church hop, because I feel like I respect your decision, but that's a unique, not unique. You gotta really find a guy that's just as committed as you, and I think the number one place to find that kind of guy is in church.
You would think so, Kendra. You would think. However,
it's not happening.
Nope.
And also, most of the men in church are leaving because what happened is the preacher preach whatever it is. They empower women in church. They say women don't not settle for less. They say the woman you cannot suffer. The guy has to protect you all the time. But back in the Bible, the woman always suffering. The woman is the one that suffer the most, and the men come up and then try to elevate that woman. And then the Bible say the man is protecting her because from that suffering. But the woman, from back in the day, the woman always suffer most when they are single. Right there, she already take the Bible out of context, because she trying to say that the men in church do not protect or do not love or do not seek. But the thing is, men that really see the reality of the church, they're living, they're not staying, because they indoctrinated a woman to stay single, and then when they stay single for a period of time, the bishop, the pastor, and the preach can go out there and then have their fun while they're still married. That's why you see a lot of women in church, they have an affair or getting married, because the man that has power doctrinate the single lady, and the single lady feel like they deserve the top of the top, the bishop, a priest, and when they go to the job, they apply the same mentality. They go after the CEO, the management and stuff like that, because they don't want to suffer. Because when they go to church, the church says, tell them they cannot suffer, because God gonna give them somebody who take out the pain. But everyone in the Bible suffer somewhere and another for them to be in a relationship. Especially if you're looking for Christ, you gotta be suffering. But she doesn't say it that way.
Some of them are just as busy.
Oh.
You find more women that are not than men.
Okay. So she is putting it out there. She is a virgin and she will not be having sex until she is married. That is non-negotiable. Could the guy have kids?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want
I don't prefer a lot, maybe 2 or what have you, but I love kids.
So the guy can have 2 kids max?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe 3. I'll 3 maybe.
3 maybe.
But no.
The reason why she said the guy can have kids is one thing, because what happened is, once she already set up her mind that she wouldn't go to the relationship to have a kid with the guy, so that's why she's going to compromise that. Since I don't want to have kids, I want to take a guy that's already have a kids experience, so he doesn't have to pressure me to have a kids with him. So when I get the divorce, I can have all his money, and then on top of that, I can be the precious woman, since I don't have a kids, no garbage, and I can be having all my life, go traveling, and then he can spend all his money on me, so I don't have to be entitled to ask him for a kid or to have a seed and to protect that relationship. Those, remember, she's in church and she say those things because what happened is the church. The first thing, remember, the beginning of the Bible, one of the character was crying because she doesn't have a kid. Even though she was married, she was crying for God day and not to give her a kid. But she's, on the other hand, she doesn't feel like obligated to have a kid. The purpose, one of the purpose of a woman is to give a seed. That's the one number one reason most of the time men get married to a woman, to give a seed, to have a seed, that woman, and to be able to have their generation to generation pass on.
Oh, my baby mama drama.
You
Please.
do want kids yourself, correct?
I do.
Okay. Does the guy got to be in Grand Rapids, Michigan?
No,
No. So you're willing to travel?
I am.
Okay. When was your last relationship?
I have never been in a relationship, Kendra.
Okay, that right there is a no no. If a woman say they never been in a relationship, that's mean that she either nobody can tolerate her, she has a big attitude, or she's too quiet. On top of that, she's so scandalistic. That means she's loud and nobody can tell her nothing. And then also she is entitled. For example, if you tell her something that should correct her, she just roll her eyes and then walk away and then treat you like nothing. Most of the women in church, they're like that. Since they're Christian, they go to church. Church goers, they don't like them to when you show them their flaws and their bad behavior. They rather cut you loose than listen. That's what happened to them, most of them. That's why men leave the church, because the person trying to fix them, trying to make them a better person, they feel that that person is a threat to them. They see that person is not cooperative. But the thing is, and when the preacher preach about the other person or the man, most likely they're gonna shout out, they're gonna say yes, that's right, that was a good sermon. But when the preacher talk about their case, they're not going to church, they're not coming to church. They say that pastor's no good, that church is no good, they put my business out there. So you gotta stay away from those Christian modern women because they are very toxic.
You've never been in a relationship,
Nope.
so you just date?
I've had friends, but it never gets to like a date thing because they're intimidated by the whole, I'm not a virgin thing.
The word intimidation.
Men are not intimidated. Men are see the future from 5 to 10 years, because what happened is men are not intimidated by you. They intimidated what they're gonna lose from the relationship, how much energy you're gonna spend. Remember, you're 38. If the man come in and then he want a kid, he probably gonna have one kid, right? And then if he has the other kid, he has to provide for you and the other kid. And if you stay some more money and then spend more on the other kids that she has outside the marriage, you're gonna be jealous and drive him crazy. And on top of that, once if you have a kid, most likely those women on 37, 38, they only want one kid, not two, not three, only one kid, so they can feel like, well, I achieved my purpose, I'm married, I have one kid, so I have my generation coming down. But the thing is, they're not really entitled, they're not really being realistic, because you realistically should be submit to a husband need. If your husband want 3 kids, you should at least compromise at 2 at least. But now you put in yourself that you want this, and then if he cannot do that, so I'm leaving, or he's not the one that God sent me, because the God has to be listen to my prayer, and then he got to listen to whatever I said. But the God, remember, God is the God. He's not taking no order from nobody. He's in charge. And that's what the Christian woman said that. And also one other thing, she always want to have friend first and then build relationship. Once a woman says she's your friend, that means she want to track you down and then use you, and then see if nothing turn up. She can now, if she's in danger zone and then she feel like more lonely, she can go back to you and then catch her, and then now she ready to get married. Beware of that. But once a man put a woman in a friend zone, he already use you as a side piece, then be married to you, because he already know all your flaws, or all your negativity, or your aspect, and then he's not gonna deal with that you every day. Because if he can do that when he go out with you, imagine bring that home. And the man always go with his peace. He's not gonna sacrifice his peace for you, especially if he's older. Forget about it, he's gonna choose his peace. That's why you're gonna be single for a while. And that's my video for today. Again, check out my Kendra G show. She's doing a good job posting about those women, and I appreciate that she posts that video so I can go over it. Again, this week I'm talking about the Christian woman, and she's a perfect fit of Christian goers woman, the people that go to church, doesn't read the Bible as a foundation, but she flashing the title to a prayer, and then God can honor that prayer. And if you like my video, give me a thumbs up, smash that button, subscribe me to see my video daily.